Typical day involves lots of interaction with the public, businesses as well as households. My job basically entails material going into the landfill, either permitting, so we're actually looking at trying to keep track of what goes in the landfill to make sure something is acceptable, or if it's something that we can't actually take in the landfill because of our permits. We also have a hazardous waste collection facility, which is also another means of which keeping things out of the landfill. So my job on a daily basis really evolves around the landfill, even though I may not physically be there. In terms of hazardous waste, probably the biggest thing we're seeing right now would probably be fluorescent lamps. We're seeing quite an uptick in terms of businesses that are becoming aware of fluorescent lamps. Common items that are coming from a household would be like oil-based paint because of the flammability of the paint. A lot of your common cleaners that you use, bleach for example, or some of the other bath and tile cleaners or so can be a very low pH or very high pH and can be hazardous by characteristic. Gasoline, for example, is one item that a lot of folks, don't associate with the hazards. What we're getting at the hazardous waste facility is kind of a small piece of the pie of what is really out there. There's been some studies that were done that are kind of dated. Most recent one I've seen is probably about 10 years old or so, that would say that we're talking about household hazardous waste, not business hazardous waste, but household hazardous waste, that we're probably looking at about 10 to 12% actually makes it to a collection facility like ours, whereas the rest is disposed of in the garbage, which actually is legal. A lot of times we're getting material that's already, say like from the police department or so, where they've already gone into a home and they've done a cleanup on it. So we're receiving the waste from the company that's actually been contracted with the police force to go in and clean up the house. So we'll get bits and pieces of needles and spoons and things like that. So those would be kind of the common examples of some things that we see on a regular basis.